What's up, everybody? Barry Munstraw coming at you with another action figure review. Today, from Mezco, one of the newest figures they've put out for their 112 collective, Thanos, the Mad Titan. Let's jump in and take a look and see if this guy really justifies the about $160 price tag. So this is the box. If you've collected anything Mezco 112, this is a pretty standard layout as far as their packaging. Basically, you have the character's logo and then the name up top. Back is the same, kind of shows you everything that you get inside with the figure, as well as some processed art photos with some of the other interacting with other figures. Once again, it's standard for all Mezco 112. Everything's kind of laid out this way, so nothing really there in terms of variation. This is the figure out of the box. Now, looking at it, it looks great. It's a good-looking figure. It looks awesome. Very large size figure. I think the only other thing they've had close to that size is the Thor Ragnarok Hulk, which I don't have, but I imagine it's probably comparable as far as size. Very heavy figure. Articulation is pretty decent, but it's hindered a lot by the costume. Standard rocker abs, head pops off. Here, as you can see, the ball joint in there just easily pops right back on. The material is kind of like a pleathery, fake leather type feel with these, and the wrist just pops on and off here. It's really easy for that actually to come off. The material feels great. The figure underneath is very stiff, would probably be the best way I could put it. The problem I have, the articulation itself isn't bad for a large figure, but this material feels like it's on the verge of breaking the more it's pulled. Like it's very tight, I guess would be the best word to describe it. So that's one thing I'm not a fan of. There are certain poses you can't get without feeling like you are going to rip the fabric. Don't get me wrong, I think it looks absolutely amazing. I love it. The chest piece here is just almost a magnet, so you can pop it in place. Just remove the head and it just kind of snaps right in. It looks absolutely amazing, don't get me wrong, and I think the articulation's not bad for something this size, but the material is very hindering, to say the least, and from my experience messing around with it. This is the actual piece that lights up inside the Infinity Gauntlet. Just, as you can see, the little wrist gauntlet attachments kind of slide over that and then pop onto the peg that's on his forearm. So a pretty decent light. Now, they don't exactly shine through the best. Like the red gem up there by the thumb doesn't really get a whole lot of light shining through it, and you can kind of see some spots where it shines through the plastic a little bit. There's not really a whole lot you can do for that. You can move it around and probably block some of it, but you may see some spots somewhere else. And you get this open hand with that, as well as this closed like fist gauntlet. So you could technically have an Infinity Gauntlet not attached to Thanos as like a separate thing. If you wanted to have it for display or some kind of toy photography, you have this larger Infinity Gauntlet you have separate. So that's a cool thing, that it doesn't have to be on Thanos. Now, also in the box, you do get some different head sculpts. The main head that comes with it is just this plain blank stare. You do get the smiling with the teeth exposed with it as well. These are all fantastic head sculpts. And then third, you get the angry teeth-bearing head sculpt. I absolutely love these head sculpts. I think they're amazing. In terms of hands, you do get the open, like, kind of gripping hands, as well as standard fists. So you can have Thanos punch somebody right in the face if you want. And then you also get these other open, I don't know the best way to describe these hands, honestly. But not too bad. So you get 6 total sets of hands, in addition to a Cosmic Cube. Now, unlike the MCU, the Cosmic Cube is a separate thing in the comics from the Gauntlet. So, all in all, not bad. This is the Thanos compared to the deluxe Thanos we got earlier this year. A little bit taller, definitely a little bit bigger. Articulation-wise, honestly, probably would have to say the Marvel Legend, you get more posability because you don't run the risk of tearing anything when with the double jointed elbow or with the double jointed knees and stuff. The posability is a little bit more there. All in all, I think it's a good looking figure. It looks really nice. Posability is meh. I honestly don't know if it was necessarily worth the height. It's basically the cost of 2 regular Mezcos. So honestly, I would probably say it's not necessarily worth the price. If this had been around between 1 and 120, that would have been fair for it being a larger figure and with the light up stuff. My opinion on it, take it for what it's worth. Decent figure, but not overall worth the price. So, well, thank you guys for watching the review. Hope to see you guys next time. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.